Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Miss Chris here, and today's video is on the Nars Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I'm going to be doing a foundation review on it, as you can tell. This is the finished product, so it gives you a little sneak peek, but I will be sharing my thoughts and what I think and products I use throughout the video. So stay tuned and keep watching if you want to see if I like the foundation or not. I love this primer because you can instantly see the results what my face looks like just 10 seconds ago versus what it looks like now. It looks plump, it looks glowy, it looks like it has life to it, and it's because it has hyaluronic acid. You need a primer or a moisturizer that has that in it. Alright, now for the foundation. So I got the shade Deauville number Light 4, so it's in the light skin range, but it's their shade called Deauville. All their shades are very golden toned. I didn't see any that were like even neutral or even with like a pink undertone. So I decided I'm gonna do one face beauty blender, one face brush, and then see what happens, see what I gotta do with the situation, just really get a feel of the application. I prefer to apply my makeup with a beauty blender or beauty sponge, not by like the actual brand. So I'm hoping that this foundation works with that, but we'll see. Alright, so it is blending pretty nice with the beauty blender or Real Technique sponge. I am getting full coverage from it. Like this red mark, like this little like acne spot, I had like one here, I had some on my chin and like right here, and I can't see them, and I haven't had to use concealer yet, so that's a plus. But already with the beauty sponge and blending it in, I'm not getting a radiant finish. Like I don't look radiant. I feel like my skin just looks like satin almost, and I haven't put concealer on yet. I haven't set my face lightly with a powder, so I'm not too fond of the word radiant being used when my skin doesn't look radiant. And I didn't use a mattifying primer, I just used a hydrating primer, which should have even helped it look more radiant. I don't know, but I am getting full coverage. I just did one full pump on this face, or not face, this side of my face. I keep saying this face, like, hello, I don't have two faces. But yeah, I don't think I need to go in with a second pump on this side, because if anything, I'll just add a little coverage of concealer under my eyes. So I am going to move on to this side of my face, and let's try it with a brush. So for this side, I'm going to be using a foundation brush, and this one is the Moda Brushes Moda Metallics collection. It's the Stippler, which is also known as the M11, which is my favorite brush because it applies foundation just so flawlessly. Sometimes I like a buffing brush. They do have one in their collection, but lately I've just been loving this one. So let's try and attempt to blend this side out with the brush. So I'm finishing up applying my makeup with the brush, and I think it did a good job. It used the same one pump of foundation here. Looking in my mirror, I don't see a difference in coverage. Maybe I got a little bit more fuller coverage on my cheek area with the brush, but nothing like visibly noticed to you like on the camera right now. Alright, so this is the foundation just sitting on the skin. I haven't completed my makeup yet. I just want to talk to you about like what I think right now, fresh on my skin. To me, my first impression, if this was just called a long wearing foundation, I'd be like, okay, I'm pretty impressed. I'll have to see the wear time, but like I like the way my skin looks. But I'm getting caught up on the fact that this Nars box literally says Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. Like that's what I was expecting from this foundation. Something natural. It's not natural in the case because I can't see, like looking in the mirror, I can't see my skin through this. To me, that's not natural. This is full coverage. And then it also says radiant. That's like the part I'm really held up on, because I don't see any radiance. My face even looks like a satin matte, I would describe it, but yet I haven't finished my concealer, my powder, like nothing. So I'm gonna end up looking matte. So I don't know, I'm like, when I think radiance, I think like dewy, glowy, illuminating. Like, I have none of that right now on my face. And then long wearing, I obviously can't like speak on that right now because I don't know if it's long wearing or not, but I'm gonna test that out today. But yeah, so first impressions is it looks great on the skin. It didn't accentuate my pores. It looks natural. It's not caking. So let's finish up my makeup. I'll see you in a hot sec and we'll see what it looks like. So I'm back for like a quick sec. So I decided to switch it up and not stick to my exact routine that I use on a normal basis because I feel like that ends up a little bit more matte. So I'm literally trying to get my skin to look radiant with this foundation because it's not radiant and it's like bothering me. So what I did is I used a little bit of the TooFaced Etherealist powder. It's a little bit more like lifelike, like it's not as matte and like cakey looking. So I put that like under my eyes. I put it in the center of my T-zone to try to bring life to my skin. I don't know if it did anything. And then I just set the rest of my face like super quick just to like kind of see the longevity of it with the LA Girl Pro Face HD powder, which as you can see is like well loved. And then just for concealer, I just used my Kevyn Etherealist. It's just a very natural looking, full coverage, satiny kind of concealer. So I didn't want to use anything that was too matte, too cakey, too dry because I really want to like pull the radiance out of this foundation because I'm not seeing anything. So be back in again. Alrighty guys, so this is what my skin looks like instantly after I've put it on. After I finish my makeup routine, I've literally been only wearing it for about like 5 minutes. But I'm gonna go to work, I'm gonna go about my day, and before really sharing my thoughts and what I think about it, I'm gonna give it that longevity test and then come back to share details about it, what my skin looks like. So I will see you guys in a few hours. Hey y'all, so I'm back. I literally have been doing so much today. I'm so surprised I'm even like awake at this time and I didn't fall asleep on you guys and I'm able to sit back down and talk about this foundation. That is dedication right there. So maybe it's the coffee that's finally kicking in, but I want to get back to, it is 11:54 on my phone. 11:54. I have been wearing this foundation since 8:30 this morning, so more than 12 hours of wear, so I can pretty much get a good idea of this foundation. I went to work for 6 hours, I came home, I ran errands, I had dinner, I laid on the couch. I pretty much had, you know, a day. And let's just like take a look at my face, evaluate what it looks like, and I'll let you know my final thoughts. Alright guys, so this is my skin up close. First things first, I want to address the creasing eyelids. I have never had my eyelids look like this before. Like, even when I try to smear it and blend it away, they're still there and makeup is coming off. Like, I put the foundation, I put the concealer, and I put setting powder, just like I always do. The only difference was this foundation. And normally this is like my everyday look. I don't really wear eyeshadow when I'm going to work or when I'm just like laying around my house. So the fact that this is what it looks like, I'm a little disappointed. My chin, I don't know if you can tell, I have to like back up a little bit, but it all broke down on any parts that I had like acne or breakouts. So like it started wearing away on my forehead and on my chin area. And then you can see here and here, anywhere I smile, those lines are, what do they say? They're like you can see them, they accentuate it, which I never have happen really with like foundations and stuff, because I don't really have lines. It's just, this is like, it never officially set on my face. Like, maybe that's why they call it radiant, because it doesn't dry down. Like anywhere I've touched my face, I feel like I have spots, like right there, and here I touched my face throughout the day, and here, it's like all missing. So like, to be called a Longwear foundation, it's like, no. Like, I'm usually able to do my makeup at 8 a.m. for work, and I come home and I normally go to bed 11, 12. I don't take my makeup off until right before I go to bed, and my makeup is fully intact. I've taken naps in my bed with my normal foundation routine, and my makeup has gone nowhere. So I'm just like not happy with it. It's a good color match, like that's the positive. That's like the only positive thing I can say about this foundation, but like, no. We're over it. Bye. Okay, so let's talk stats about this foundation real quick. $49. I'm looking on my phone right now. You can get it at Ulta, Sephora, Nordstrom, Neiman Marcus, Macy's, Blue Mercury, and it's all straight $49. I think I bought it in Ulta, and I just like, I don't know, I just bought it in Ulta, so there's no preference, I just bought it. And I don't think it's worth $49, so I think I'm actually honestly going to return it, because I don't find use of keeping a almost $50 foundation that I'm never going to wear, because I just like, I even have drugstore foundations that work better than this. I'm like really hating on this foundation, but like seriously, foundation is my shit. So like, I know when a foundation works or not, so bye. But yeah, so basically I'm just gonna have to not approve this foundation. I'm just gonna get down to the nitty gritty. It didn't work. I don't think it worked to its claims. It's not natural, it's not radiant, and it's not long wearing. But yeah, there's really not much to say about it, because it's a foundation, so if it either does work or doesn't, and you obviously can see the results from when I applied it earlier today. So yeah, that really completes it. It's actually an easy summary today for this video. I don't have to go into like 20 products and tell you what I think about it. I'm just like, but as always, I just want to make a disclaimer. Like, this foundation can be your holy grail. I love this foundation. It works for me, but personally, this is not a foundation that works for me. So I hope that we can be like civil in our opinion and be like, okay, she doesn't like it, I like it, but I could like something that you don't like. So that's always just, I want to put that out there and just be like, I'm not hating on this product for any specific reason. I just really don't like it for me. But yeah, so I want to hear feedback from you guys. So in my comments down below, I want you to tell me, have you tried this foundation? Is it on your wish list? What you thought about it if you tried it? And yeah, also don't forget to like this video, because that lets me know that you guys like foundation reviews, or like reviews in general for me. And as always, the final and last thing I always say is don't forget to subscribe, especially if you're new here, because we can be best friends. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.